Hey guys, so I'm finally back and here's a video with duct tape, yeah! Okay, so to kick off the wallet video every day, I thought why not start with a new tutorial. So this is going to be how to make a duct tape wallet with a woven coin pouch on the front. So, you're wondering, why is this Ziploc bag in front of me? Well, this is what I use for Ziploc coin pouches. It's the Smart Zip Seal. It's the one with 2 brackets instead of 1. And you can get this, I get a big pack of these at Sam's Clubs, but you can get these at Walmart, any grocery store near you, Target, they have them everywhere. So just pick up some Ziploc bags and make sure they're with the 2 zipped. And they don't have to be Ziploc brand, just make sure that they have the 2 seal. It'll be a lot more sturdy. Next up, for this tutorial, I'm using these 3 colors of duct tape. So I have the rainbow houndstooth, normal houndstooth, and purple. And then you will need an X-Acto knife or scissors, but I prefer an X-Acto knife because it makes things a lot easier. This is a Westcott X-Acto knife, and you can buy these online on their website and in the stores, but I got this from their website. I don't know which stores to get this in, but I'm sure they have them in stores. Next up is my cutting board, which is a Fiskars cutting board. You can't see the logo. It's right here. And I got this at Joann's. And this is the 18-inch by 12-inch. And it's a little bubbling up right now because I haven't used it in such a long time. And then you're going to need some ID plastic. If you don't have any ID plastic, you can use this part of your Ziploc bag. Okay, so let's get started on the wallet. Okay, so first up is you're going to decide what color you want for your outside and what color you want for your billfold, which is the inside of the wallet, where you put the money. So I have purple for my billfold and houndstooth for my outside. So what you're going to do is take your outside color. Oh, and these are 8-inch strips, so cut 8 inches. And you're just going to make this 3 inches high. So it's going to be 3 inches by 8 inches. Okay, now I'm just going to move this out of the way, flip it over, and now what I'm going to do is take my inside color, line it up with the very bottom, and push down. There we go. And, oh, this is the outside. I think I said inside. Now what I'm going to do, I've lined it up with this thick black line on my mat, and then I'm going to place the top of this strip on the dotted line directly above the thick black line. And this makes a fold over of 1/4 of an inch. And you don't have to do this. You can just line it up with the top, but I prefer to have a nice little fold over. So it looks just like this. Okay, so now we have this. Let's go ahead and make our coin pouch. Okay, so now here's for the woven part. So I cut 3 pieces into 3 inches each, as you can see. So we have 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. And then the same with this. So these are the 2 colors that I'm using. So, for this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold each piece in half like this until the ends touch. And it should look like this. Now I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and trim down the center, because I want smaller pieces. So it looks like this. So again, show you up here, I'm just going to fold it over until the edges touch, and then boom. And boop. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this to every single one of these. Okay, so now that this is finished, you want to figure out what color you want to trim around the entire coin pouch. For me, I'm going to use some of the rainbow houndstooth. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece that is 3.5 inches. So this is definitely going to be larger than what we need, but I like it a little bit larger. And I'm going to flip it over. Now, I'm going to place the black pieces You can choose whichever piece you want to go here. So I'm going to take these black pieces here and just line them up all the way around. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm just going to pop it down here. And here's how we're going to weave. You're going to lift one up, leave one down. Lift one up, leave one down. And lift one up. So it should be alternating what you've lifted up and what you've left down. I'm going to take a piece and slide this in all the way to the very top. Perfect. And now, since we lifted up this one first, we're going to switch. We're going to lift up the second one first, leave this down, lift up, leave down, lift up. And again, just slide this in. Okay. Alright, so now we start the way we did at the beginning. We're going to leave this one, we're going to pick this one up, leave this down, pick this up, leave it down, pick it up, leave it down. And you're basically just going to alternate this the entire way. So it's very simple. Alright, so I'm down to my very last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece in half. I'm going to make sure everything is nice and tight just by pushing everything up, making sure it's really straight looking. Alrighty, this looks good. Okay. And now I'm going to take this and pop it on, making sure it's straight. There we go, and that'll secure everything. So now I'm going to take 2 pieces of 3-inch tape, kind of set them to the side really quickly, gently and carefully lift this up. Okay, perfect. Now, place the piece of tape on here, and I'm leaving a little bit to fold over. It doesn't have to be straight because that will be trimmed. And the same right here. Okay. So, again, just make sure everything looks good. So now I'm going to fold over this piece by looking at it, because you want to look at it to make sure that it's even. Looks good. Okay. Same for this one. That looks good. But depending on but for this one, we're not going to fold over right away, and I'll explain why later. Now we're just going to take this piece and trim. And you're going to trim along your straight piece. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing in just a second. So I trimmed along this piece because it helps get it straight. And I'll do the same thing. I'll trim along this piece. So now what I'm going to do is decide where I want to put my coin pouch. So this side is going to be the side that attaches to the wallet, like this. So it'll go on like this, but we'll do that later. So you can have it opening from the front or opening from the side. For this video, I think I'm going to do it opening from the top here. But first I need to just trim one little thing off because I just noticed it. It's uneven. Okay. So now what we're going to do, take our Ziploc, and you're going to cut it a little bit less than 3 inches. So I'd cut it at about 2 3/4. And cut it so it looks just about like this. Now we're going to take the top and we're going to trim a little bit down off the top. So this is what we have. And since our trim color is this is what we're going to use for this piece. I'm going to grab a piece that is about 3 1/4 inches long and cut it in half. Okay. Set both of these to the side. Take your Ziploc. So, what's going to happen is this is going to stick like this, and the trim piece is going to go from here and then wrap around to the front. So, what I'm going to do is take one of my pieces, and I'm going to make sure that it's even on the front of your coin pouch. Okay, so once it's even like this, we're going to take our piece, and now is the time that you're going to cut it in half. And we're going to set it on. You're not going to push anything down yet though, because first we need to see how much we need to trim off. So, I'm folding it down, pushing it into the line, and then peeling it off. So this indentation, which you can't see on my camera but you'll be able to see, is where we need to trim. Trim here. And set it on. Make sure it's straight. And then let's fold this over. Perfect. So it's perfectly even here and on top. Okay, I just filmed a piece and it wasn't even recording. But all I did, I fold this in half, and you want to make sure you fold it so the billfold pieces are on the inside, because this is going to be your billfold. And then you're going to decide how you want to position it. You can position it sideways or turn the top. And I actually decided that I want to position it sideways now. And this is the front of the wallet, but you can also put it on the back. There's no restrictions to where you can put it. Places anywhere you want. But I think I really like sideways, so I'm going to have it opening sideways now. Okay. And everything is still... Make sure it's closed straight. There we go. Line everything up. Now, what I'm doing is I'm opening it just so slightly, just so that this bottom line shows. I'm making just a tiny mark. I'm not even cutting a hole. So I can see it right there. That's where I want the bottom of my Ziploc to go. Just like this. Place this piece down. And then if everything lines up right, which I always have to look to do this, I can never do it right. It should be, boom, it's perfect. It lines up perfectly with this edge. So, that way you don't... Okay, so now that I have this nice and attached, we're going to use the same color as the wallet. Just cut it at 3 inches. And I'm going to just cut this in half. And you're just going to place it on the wallet, just like this. So it's not covering up the Ziploc, but right above it. And I'm just going to use this piece for later, so put that back on my roll. Now, what I've done is I've attached another piece of duct tape to this side, and just kept the other hanging out that we had. And now I'm just going to line these. Oh, I got it. There we go. Okay, so once that's nice and on, I'm going to fold over all your pieces. Okay, if you need to trim anything, just take off the duct tape, trim it. There's a little bit of hanging over on the side, but it's not enough to affect the wallet, so I'm just going to fold it over. Okay, and then now we're going to place a piece of duct tape on this and fold it over. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the wallet and put that on. Okay, I almost started making this. So now that your wallet is finished, what you're going to do is take the inside pieces, sorry, and your outside piece. So you're going to go ahead and just set it together like it normally would be. And you're going to cut a piece of duct tape that is the length of your wallet. So if you followed my dimensions of it, it would be 8 inches. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to take my ruler and cut it at 1 inch. So you're going to have one 8-inch by 1 inch piece of duct tape here. Okay. And we're going to, I like to secure it about 1/2 inch over on my wallet. A little bit less than that usually, but it's about 1/2 inch, I would say. So I'm going to first secure it on my wallet. And it moved a little bit, so I gotta fix that now. Right. Okay. Alright, let's see how this looks really quickly. Perfect. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to put the billfold facing down on my wallet. And I'm going to see where this coin pouch is, and I'm going to cut directly down and only fold over the part that's not touching my coin pouch. So it should look like this. For my coin pouch, I'm going to just, first I need to see where this lines up about. Okay, that looks good. For my coin pouch, I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch for it. There we go. Well, it's a little bit less than 1/2 inch. I'd say this is like 3/8 of an inch. And then fold that over. And if I do need to make any trim adjustments, I'll just do that on the wallet, because my knife's not that sharp, so it's not going to cut through anything else. Alright, so now I have that. And it's already pre-cut for you there, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to do the sides. I'm just going to use the same color here for my sides. So cut this at 3 inches. And I'm using the exact lineup that I folded over on here before. And I'm going to trim this one a little bit as well, just so it's not as big. Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing for this side. Alright, and so that should do it. So now you should have a coin pouch fully attached to your duct tape wallet. I hope you guys liked this video, and thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, like, and favorite if you haven't already. Bye!